Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Brawl in the Family podcast. We are here to discuss Nintendo's E3 Direct 2018, but first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. Ridley's in Smash! Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that's right, folks, it finally happened. After years of waiting, the big dragon finally showing up. He squeezed in, and he looks so good. Chris, what do you think of the big Ridley man showing his face?
I think it's about dang time. That's what I think.
Yeah, we needed more purple space dragons in our Smash game. Too many goody two-shoes running around and being all cute.
Matthew, he's too big.
Oh, he's too big. Oh, he's too big. Look at him. He looks great. He's ferocious. He's stabbing things to the heart with his tail. Yeah, Sakurai did a good job with this guy. He kind of drew in his limbs a little bit. You know, he drew in his limbs, had him kind of hunched over so he looks even more feral. And he's not like stretched out, sprawled out, sunbathing on the stage. You know, he's kind of in this compact, thick box. You know, like Bowser, and it works. It works great. So I can't wait to play as the big man. I like that. I like everything about the personality they worked in. You know, because like it really isn't just like, you know, some generic monster. They gotta put in his cruelty and his ferocity. So he's got to stand out. Like he can't just be another Bowser. That wouldn't fit his personality. So like they open up with this reveal trailer, you know, and right from the start I'm thinking, oh, it's got to be Ridley, because look how grimy and Metroid-y everything is. But I didn't know if Sakurai was gonna do one of those fake outs or whatever. But yeah, then he like kills Mario and he kills Mega Man and they dead.
That was pretty brutal.
Yeah, that was brutal. He like skewers him with his tail like a shish kebab. Yeah. And Samus is like, oh man, I gotta do this. Oh man. She turns around and she's like, oh, come on. And then he pops up and he's just so big and crazy and mean. He's just a mean guy. So yeah, I like this big nasty jerk in Smash. I fully approve.
What motivates him? Why does he do what he does?
What motivates him?
Yeah.
I think pretty much just
being a big dragon.
Well, he's you know, he's like the leader of the space pirates, or like their general or something, and they're just all about control and destruction. So you know, whatever gets in their way, they gotta eat. They gotta eat, or he's gotta eat. Ridley man. He's the Ridley man. He's just so big. He's just so big. I like his pokey tail.
It seems kind of overpowered to kill people in one hit with that.
I don't think that's quite true. But he does do like 50% or so if you sweet spot it.
Wow.
Get that sweet spot. Yeah, the camera zooms all in like Little Mac's KO punch. You know, it's all.
Nice.
Yeah. He's really crunchy. He looks like a really crunchy character to use. I'm excited.
Now that we finally got this second Metroid in representative, your list of underrepresented series is gonna get shorter by one, huh?
That's true. Yeah. He was a big gap in the roster, a big gap, if you will. And now that he's in, I think I'm gonna start joining Team DK now. Saying I think we need a new DK rep.
Need a cranky,
or I would be fine with K. Rool. And maybe with Dixie. I think Dixie's a little similar to Diddy. I mean, I know she has the hair and everything, but you know, Cranky and K. Rool both have kind of a different like build, so I'd kind of be looking for them more. But anyway, Chris, let's back up a little bit. I just wanted to address that big thing because that was the big topper. But what did you think overall of Nintendo's Direct this year? Their E3 showing in general.
I'm gonna be kind of the downer here. I thought it was kind of overall flat. Nothing really got me going, I wouldn't say. Okay, I mean, Smash was pretty exciting. You know, I'll give them that. An Octopath Traveler, I'm really looking forward to. The demo was really fun, and assuming they can, you know, polish up some of the bits like the overuse of like filters and shaders.
I don't know if I agree it's overusing them, but go on.
I would say they should tone it down a little bit, but anyway, yeah, a lot of the games they focused on did not particularly excite me.
You know, I don't really disagree with you there.
Whoa, but that's actually surprising to me.
Yeah, well, okay, so I want to put forth first. I feel like Octopath Traveler looks really good. Mario Tennis Aces, which comes out next week, that was a lot of fun with the demo, and I'm excited about that game. But you know, we knew about these games, we knew they were coming. The new games shown, I thought for the most part they looked pretty good. Like the mech game to me looked pretty good. I forgot the name. It was like Demon or Damon X Machina.
Yeah.
It's like a play on that. I thought that looked pretty cool. You know, I'm interested in seeing a little more of that. It's by Marvelous.
Yeah.
The new Mario Party, you know, it's probably not going to be like it's probably going to be like Mario Party. You know, like what you expect, like a fun game. Not like it's not going to be like Smash Brothers where it's like all out with everything. I'm trying to think of what else. There's like a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 like DLC. And I mean, I didn't think any of these looked bad, but I would have liked to see a couple more surprises. I would have liked to see like an Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I will say this: I think Fire Emblem is shaping up to be to look really good, actually.
They incorporate more characters into the fights, into the attacks now. Apparently, what was that?
I like that. I don't know if that's an actual gameplay thing or just like a visual thing, like a visual representation of there being other soldiers than the named ones.
Right.
And so you have these little factions, like you're actually controlling little factions. I thought that was kind of a neat touch. It kind of gave a grander sense to the battle from what I saw.
Yeah, like a little touch of Dynasty Warriors.
A little bit, yeah, but I don't know if it's actually going to be affecting the core gameplay. Just more of like, you know, these skirmishes aren't just like 10 people on each side running around, you know, hitting each other with swords. I thought that was kind of cool, and I thought the transitions looked really good from the you know, the overhead look down to the planes. But yeah, I would agree otherwise. Outside of a couple like, you know, really cool moments like the Smash Brothers, you know, showing that all the characters were there and showing that Ridley was there. And I would say Fire Emblem is shaping up nicely. I think for the most part it was, you know, a little more reserved and subtle, especially compared to last year's kind of crazy blowout, which was actually shorter than this year's too.
Yeah, and you know, probably half the announcements were like ports of games, like, you know, Fortnite and Paladins, and like come on, Fallout Shelter, like
Yeah, I mean, it's good to show that we have some third-party support, but I mean, if you kind of take away the games like that were ported that have, you know, come from other systems earlier on, you know, you're not left with a whole lot. So I know they wanted to focus on 2018. So that's why we didn't see Metroid. I guess we didn't see Yoshi because that's coming later. But I mean, 2018 right now looks a little slim to me for the Switch. I'm probably gonna get Mario Tennis, probably gonna get Octopath, probably gonna get Mega Man 11 and Smash. But nothing else immediately jumps out at me for this year. So there is that.
I might make one recommendation to you. Hollow Knight is on Switch now, which is kind of cool to see. That's a pretty cool game. It's, you know, it's very Metroid, except mostly melee combat instead of ranged. That's like the main, you know, combat difference, I'd say. But it's very much like a Metroid style game. It's really cool. You'd probably like it, I think.
Yeah, I've actually heard a lot of good things about Hollow Knight. So I was mainly talking about retail games, but I think for downloadable games and indie games like Hollow Knight, you know, I'm always kind of keeping my eye out for things that sound good. And yeah, that was kind of a neat surprise. They were just like, it's out now.
Yeah, I do like that they did feature a number of, you know, indie-ish titles, and they've been focusing on bringing a lot of indie games to the you know, being downloadable on Switch, which I like.
Yeah, and I noticed they were doing a lot of it's out now kind of stuff. They did it with Hollow Knight, they did it with Fortnite, and they did it with the Splatoon Octoling expansion after the Splatoon tournament. They showed like a trailer, and then it just said, releases tomorrow, you know, boom, and everyone went, whoa! So I was actually hoping for some similar like big announcement at after the Smash tournament, like a new character or something, but that didn't come.
So I have a theory.
Yeah.
In the past, Nintendo has had a reputation of being very first-party focused, and there's, you know, the first-party games on Nintendo consoles have been, you know, the focus and the selling point. Like, people have cared less about third-party games.
Sure.
What I see in this E3 is much less of a focus on that, supported by the fact that they've actually been spreading their brand to other companies, like, you know, the Mario and Rabbids. Now they have a DK thing with that, so they're continuing to push that. And then they've got Star Fox and the Star Link thing.
Yeah.
And having that be where those franchises go, rather than, hey, here's a brand new Star Fox or a brand new DK. Like, it's like letting other companies like feel they can be part of it, and giving the spotlight to other companies. Like, I don't know if this is a concerted plan on their part, but I wouldn't be surprised, because I think attracting third parties back to their platform is something that they've kind of been working on for a while. So as much as I would have liked, obviously, to see like an Animal Crossing or something, some new surprise for the Switch, I can't say it's a bad idea, because the Switch is already so successful that letting some of these other companies have games that can breathe and find an audience might be a good thing.
Yeah, it's not a particularly new thing because I remember they had like the Mario characters in like NBA Street, you know, and they remember that from the GameCube days. And well, a lot of times not a lot of times, but
remember Little Mac from that boxing
game?
game?
The Fight Night, yeah, he looked crazy.
So creepy.
It wasn't actually. It was the main character, Super Punch Out.
Right.
Technically not Little Mac, but yeah, he looked really weird. But yeah, I do think you're right in that they seem to be doing it more frequently these days. So it's probably is part of an effort to kind of butter up third parties a little more, get the relationships better, because they've been a lot of indies have been singing their praises lately too, and I mean that's good for them as well. So yeah, maybe so. But let's talk about the Smash Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. So I imagine anyone listening to this has already seen the Direct. They've seen Sakurai reveal that every character from past Smash games is returning. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the big hook of the game, it seems. You know, they also have a bunch of gameplay tweaks, and by my count right now, there have been there are about 105 total stages across Smash Brothers history, and everyone's been looking online to see how many stages were in the game. So far, the count is at like 75. So they're actually pretty close to representing every Smash Brothers stage. I think that might actually be a goal of theirs, but they don't want to confirm it yet.
Cool.
Chris, overall, what did you think of the portion that focused on Smash Brothers?
Well, first of all, I think that I was right.
You were right about... Wait, you were right about what?
I was right about Smash being basically Smash 4.
What? You were not... No, you were not right about that.
Excuse me.
Leave a comment if Chris was right about Smash 5 being Smash 4. Wait, how do you figure it's like Smash 5? Wait.
It's Smash 4.5, as I was saying.
No. Because it has the same characters?
It's the same game.
If they cut a bunch of characters, would you be saying the same thing? Would you be saying, now it's a sequel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. That's how it works, Matty.
All right, you have to go into a little more detail here. What makes this less of a sequel than, say, I don't know, Street Fighter, whatever, from whatever?
Each Street Fighter installment is very different from their others. Like, you're not going to confuse Street Fighter 5 with Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 3, or 3 for 2. Like, yeah, like when you have like Second Impact, Third Strike, things like that. Like, yeah, like those are like iterations. So that's like Street Fighter 4 or like 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, whatever. This takes all the things we had with Smash 4. It adds a bunch of stuff. Like, I'm not trying to diminish what it's adding and what it's doing, but this isn't a new game that's been written from the ground up. Like, okay, you have some new characters, you're bringing in all the characters that were missing. I pretty much like everything they're doing to this, so I'm not trying to be down on it, but this is basically Smash 4 in terms of gameplay. Look at the gameplay difference between Brawl and Smash 4, or Brawl and Melee, like, or Melee and 64. Like, each one of these games has a very distinct gameplay to it. And this is Smash 4's gameplay. I think it's too soon
to really make that claim, though. Like, I mean, I think that's kind of why they went into the highlighting the minutia of the differences during the video, to kind of give an idea of, like, you know, here are the core
tweaks.
Gameplay changes we made, the tweaks we made. And
yes, that's because it's tweaked from Smash 4, because Smash 4 was the foundation, and they've tweaked it, they've improved it.
Using the engine, and I'm guessing some of the models, or most of the models and animations and stuff from Smash 4, does that necessarily mean this can't just be counted as a sequel? Because it's not as big a jump from like Melee, you know, from 64 to Melee?
Well, but those are completely different games. This is not a completely different game.
But does a game reusing the engine from a previous game, does that make it less of a sequel?
We could go into a whole discussion about what makes a sequel. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of times where, like, okay, I'm sure they bring up Mega Man, like the old Mega Man games. They have this, like, it's same engine, same everything. They just add like new levels, and that's a different game. Like,
I guess the main thing that kind of determines whether it's a port or a sequel to me is if I can pick up the game and it'll feel identical. Like I'm playing as, I don't know. I was about to say Ice Climbers, but that doesn't work. If I'm playing as I don't know, Wii Fit Trainer in one game, and then plays Wii Fit Trainer in the other game, does it feel the same, or are there different mechanics? You know?
Well, I'm not sure there will be a lot of different mechanics. It'll be a very similar experience, I would think, right?
I mean, okay. So if I say Smash 4 is similar to Brawl, you would you would gawk at that accusation, right?
Yeah.
Like gameplay wise.
Yeah. Because the characters feel completely different. The way playing the game is a very completely different feel, I would say. Maybe the word "completely" is a little hyperbolic there, but you can tell that the fundamentals of the game are different. Like Brawl is much floatier, much kind of looser, and Smash 4 is tighter. And
adjectives like that have been used from players about the new game as well. Like some of it's faster and is more offensive based. You know, and like I don't really know where to draw the line. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. I guess this debate's not over yet, but I am firmly in the sequel camp.
I thought I'd won the debate. That was my favorite part of the
That was the very no. I will admit you were right about something.
Oh, I
will admit that the thing you were right. The one thing you Chris, you were spot on about the no cuts thing. You said you didn't want Smash to have any cuts. You didn't think they needed to be there. I was like, no, they gotta cut Cloud, and then Cloud showed up, and I went, oh, jeez. So let me speak about Cloud for a moment. Cloud, I've made my position on him clear. I don't think he should be in the game. I don't think he fits in. I don't think he fits in with Nintendo and stuff. But at the same time, I like the idea of what Sakurai is doing here. He wants to include everybody in the game. He doesn't want anyone to be left out. So I'm happy for the Cloud players getting to play Cloud. Now maybe we can finally, nerf his smashes a little bit, so we can all have a good time. Also, since Final Fantasy is gonna be like baked into the game now, I'd like to see a little more Final Fantasy representation. I think Cloud, from what I heard, had like 2 songs on his one stage, and like no trophies. Pretty much.
Really? I thought there was more than 2 songs. I could be wrong.
I might be wrong on this. I didn't buy Cloud, but I would prefer, Final Fantasy 7. It's got some good music. Put in a few more songs, maybe from the other games in the series too. Anyway, so Cloud is back, but yeah, everybody's back. Ice Climbers are back. I was a big fan of them. I was a big fan of Pokemon Trainer.
That was cool to see, yeah.
So here's the thing with me. I feel that it's a sequel. However, while I like what they're doing here, I'm not quite as excited, I guess, as I could be, because so much of it is like, this is the best of Smash.
Yeah.
And I mean, best of Smash is great, but like, I get the idea that we're kind of gonna have a few less newcomers overall, Yeah. Sakurai pretty much said as much.
Yeah.
And I guess if you think about like what we had at 4, if you had all the DLC and then you go to the new game, you're really only looking at 6 to 8 characters in addition to the base roster.
Yeah.
Which is like Ice Climber, Snake, Wolf, Pokemon Trainer, Pichu, and Young Link. And of those, I mean, Pichu and Young Link are kind of superfluous. I mean, I know they have their fans, but it's like, if I could get a newcomer rather than like a few of these returning kind of clone characters, I mean, I'd rather kind of go that way. But at the same time, I say that with the impression that like everyone's gonna carry over anyway. So if we're talking about cutting one of my mains, like Wii Fit Trainer or whatever, I'd be very upset about that. So I guess I can't really complain about that. It just if you're coming straight into Smash 5 after 4 with all the DLC and stuff, there don't seem to be that many new characters to play around with, and that's kind of the whole point of Smash to me.
I know, and that supports my point that this is not a full. This isn't Smash 5. This is 4.5 because it's the best of. It's the collector's edition. It's like the the Game of the Year edition Smash, Game of the Decade, whatever. Like when after a game's been out and they keep working on it and they're like, okay, then we'll release the final fully updated version of this game. With if it was a new Smash, like you're saying, every new Smash has been about all the new characters, and this is about making the definitive edition of Smash 4. And that's I think things will play out to confirm that.
I guess we'll see.
Think of it this way. After this game comes out, will you ever play Smash 4 again?
Well, I think the point of this game is to kind of make Smash 4 obsolete.
Yep.
And I think there have been games in the past that have done that, like Mario Kart games have done that, But I wouldn't hesitate to call those games not a sequel.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, especially now that, say, like Mario Kart Wii's offline,
Yeah.
Is there any reason to go back to Mario Kart Wii? Is there any reason to go back to Mario Kart, like, DS, Although DS did have those neat little mission modes.
Yeah, it did.
But I guess the mission statement for this game is different than the past one, so it's sort of hard to compartmentalize it, I guess, because Sakurai does want to make the ultimate Smash game here, and that means no cuts and less newcomers, apparently. But I guess we'll see. I mean, how many newcomers does there have to be for it to feel new,
Oh, like
sort of a
20 or 30%, right? Isn't that? It's been around there for previous games.
Maybe so.
Yeah,
Man, that's a lot of characters. 66 characters is a lot. I mean, that's a massive roster.
I feel like we're sounding like we're kind of dumping on the game or something, but no, I'm actually pretty excited about it. I think it might be the best Smash ever. I mean, depending how much extra stuff they put in. Like, I would love to see a little more single player mode, thing put in there.
Single player mode.
Yeah, and
Daisy's playable. I like the Daisy.
Yeah, she's often been one of my favorite Mario Kart characters.
But Waluigi was deconfirmed.
Yeah, I don't know.
I actually for the Waluigi book, I had kind of two different endings. Like this affects the ending slightly. The ending of the Waluigi book would have been slightly different if he was a playable character in Smash.
Oh.
Yeah, but now Daisy's a playable character, which I really didn't see that coming. Yeah. So I'm kind of wondering if I should work that in somehow too now.
Well, they should just make Waluigi an Echo.
But yeah, but who would he be an echo of?
Everybody.
Like Alamar? Or like
No, like literally every character should have a Waluigi Echo.
Okay, so like Ridley should have a Waluigi Echo. Bowser and Ganondorf and Toon Link and everybody. Yep. Waluigi is everyone. Mm-hmm. Just like in One Day More, Waluigi is everyone. One day more. There are probably some people that subscribe to this just to hear me sing as Waluigi, and they're like, who are these boring people talking about stupid Smash Brothers? I just wanted to hear Waluigi sing. Yep. So, any other thoughts on the new Smash?
I like everything they're doing with it. I think the changes that they highlighted will make it more fun, and I'm on board. It looks great.
Yeah, I don't have any real complaints. I'm hoping for as many newcomers as possible. I'm hoping for as many newcomers as possible. I'm really curious about this Echo thing because initially I thought this means they're palette swaps, right? But they're not. Like, they have Marth in the demo, and you can't palette swap to Lucina. They have Pit, and you can't palette swap to Dark Pit. So are they still going to take up a character slot on the screen? If so, why call them Echoes? And why isn't Dr. Mario or Pichu an Echo? It's a mystery.
I would think it's like the main character select screen without echoes, and then you probably press a button, and that brings out the echo for every character. That's what I would imagine. So you can like swap between the two character select menus, maybe. That's my guess.
Well, two menus sounds crazy though, because then you have people that are already on one character. Yeah. Also, you can choose your stage now first, and then you choose your character. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that is weird.
I think it's more tourney friendly from what I've heard. Some people were saying like, you don't want to pick a certain character on a certain stage. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
There was one other thing I wanted to mention. I remember. Actually, a lot of people were like, "Are you disappointed Waluigi's an assist trophy?" And I'm like, "Oh, a little bit." I mean, I can roll with that though. I'm okay with Waluigi. Being on the sidelines for this one. I like him, but I don't know if he's ready for Smash yet. I just don't know. But here's one character I am a little upset that got deconfirmed by being an assist trophy. Bomberman.
Oh.
I like Bomberman, and he shows up, and it's like, whoa, they got the rights to Bomberman, but just to put him in as an assist trophy, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, kind of a shame.
I think it would be really fun, because they could work in like the actual self-harm element.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have to be careful not to blow up yourself, so it'd be like a very meticulous play style. But your bombs would do a lot of damage, and they'd have like different radiuses and explode in that cross pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would have been really neat. So I'm kind of sad to see he didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to hear who else is deconfirmed? I noticed them as I was watching the feed, Who? So no Crystal, no Knuckles.
Okay.
No, Ness and Lucas have characters from Mother 2 and 3 in their final Smashes now.
Yeah, that's
which is cool. Which is cool, but yeah, none of them.
Deconfirms them though.
Deconfirms them, yeah. Who else? There were several Pokemon that showed up. There was like Samurai Goro. Pauline is in the background of a New Donk City stage. Okay. So that kind of surprises me. I kind of thought Pauline had a pretty strong chance. There's some others. You can find a list somewhere.
The only other thing I'd mention from E3 in general, which I can't let go unsaid, there's a Doom sequel!
Oh, yeah! Doom Maternal.
Yeah.
Doom Eternal.
That's exciting.
It was pretty much just like a trailer kind of announcing that it was in existence, right?
The main points are that it's a sequel to Doom, and it's by the same team. They're not like outsourcing it to some other team. So
yeah, and I enjoyed Doom. Chris got me it as a Christmas present, and yeah, for the Switch, and I had a lot of fun with it. It's the first shooter I've enjoyed in probably a decade or more. So I'll keep my eye on the sequel, and hopefully they'll bring it to the Switch as well.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, maybe we'll talk more about that. Your impressions of Doom on another installment.
All right, well, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. If you're there, try out Nest for me, and have a good one.
Smell you flip later. New art, it stinks.
What are you talking about? I love that new art. You don't like the new art?
It looks like something someone put on DeviantArt.
What?
Like, oh, here's all the characters I want to have in Smash.
Link me to a DeviantArt page that looks half that good. What do you, would you rather a bunch of bulky, goofy 3D renders that look like some DreamWorks movie, like Shrek? Like they all came out of Shrek with their big eyes and their weird human-y teeth. No, they look good. They're all stylized. Oh, it looks so good.
Donkey Kong,
except for Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong looks funny. All right, I'll admit that. Donkey Kong looks really funny.
A lot of them look a little funny. Like Little Mac, he's kind of like.
Give me it. All right, hang on, Little Mac. Hang on. I'm opening up this image. I have it saved on my computer. I'm gonna piece it out into like 10 different wallpapers and have my computer cycle through them until the end of time. Let me see. Let me see this Little Mac complaint you got. Whoa, this is a giant picture. Hang on. This is like a super high res version.
Everybody's anatomy is just a little off. Like Ness.
Ness looks great.
What?
Look, I am the authority on how Ness looks. He looks great, and Mario looks great. They all look so dynamic, man. Look at there's no cheesy rendering here. They look like they're ready for action. This looks like you could paint it on the ceiling of like a church. It's so majestic. Look at Game & Watch. I mean, wow. All right, so wait. What's wrong with Little Mac?
He's like, yeah.
No, he looks fine. Look at his face. He's ready to go. Look at that pose. Even Cloud looks kind of cool for once, instead of sulking over all like, I'm so sad and confused. He looks ready to go. Even Pichu I don't hate here. I don't want to punch Pichu in the face when I see him in this art. Look at Mario. That's like the greatest art of Mario I've ever seen.
What?
Look at Wario's crazy eyes.
Man, I don't.
Right. So look,
I don't know what
Donkey Kong is weird looking. Donkey Kong is weird looking, and he's on the cover. But that's okay. Everyone else looks great.
Look at DDD.
Dude, send us your thoughts.
Look at Dr. Mario. Look at Snake. Look at Cloud. Look at everybody.
I don't see what the problem is with these characters.
It's the shading's all weird. The anatomy is really weird.
Look at the color dynamics, man. The coloring and the lighting. It's so crazy. This is one of my favorite things I've ever seen. Leave a comment below and tell us what you think of the Smash Brothers official art. This is the new debate, not whether it's a port or not who's going to be in it, but if this art is any good or not. All right, so yeah, I like it.
I don't. Because I don't like anything.
Mr. Saturn's in there for some reason. What's that mean? Is he a secret playable character? Look by Olimar. He's hiding. What you doing over there, Mr. Saturn? What if I revealed that I drew this art and you've been insulting my life's work? This is my secret thing I've been working on for the past 3 years instead of comics.
Yeah, that would be interesting. It took you 3 years to make this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not though.